Hello, I am making this video to help you with 2.02, Part B. So in the first part of that assignment, it asks you to give an example of a rule and when it works. So what it's asking you to do is just pick some numbers, plug them in, and show that that's a true statement. So I'm going to do that with two examples here. The first one is just the product of power rules. I'm going to pick A equals 4, M equals 2, and N equals 3. And I'm going to plug these in, so into each side of this equation. So for the left side, we've got 4 to the second times 4 cubed. Does that equal 4 to the 2 plus 3? And I put a question mark here because I'm trying to say, does this equal? 4 squared is 16, 4 cubed is 64. I simplify the right side, 4 to the 5th. Simplify both sides. 16 times 64 is, oh shoot. Ah, dang it. Sometimes this 10 jacks up on me. Okay, so 16 times 64 is 1024, and 4 to the 5th is also 1024. So I just gave an example of that statement. And notice I did strategically pick my numbers. I picked my biggest number to be the base and tried to keep my powers pretty low so I didn't have too big of numbers. Okay, so that's pretty easy. You can't really go wrong picking any numbers there. But in your assignment, you're asked to deal with rational exponents and taking the root of things. So I'm going to show you how to pick some strategic numbers for that. Again, you can pick whatever numbers you want. I'm just doing this to make it easier on myself. So with a rational exponent, your denominator, this number right here, that means you're taking that root of it. So if that's like a 3, I'm taking the third root. A 4, I'm taking the fourth root. So I'm going to make n equals 2. So that I'm taking the square root of whatever my bases are. So since I'm taking the square root, I'm going to make my bases perfect squares so that they're easy. So I'm going to pick the smallest perfect squares besides 1 or 0. So a equals 4. The next smallest root is b equals 9. Or perfect square. I didn't mean root. So these are both perfect squares. And then for m, we're just going to make that 1. So now let's plug this in. So for the left side, I've got 4 times 9. And then we're raising that to the 1/2 power equals 4 to the 1/2 times 9 to the 1/2. And we're going to put a little question mark there. Okay, so I've got 36 to the 1/2 because 4 times 9 is 36. 4 to the 1/2, that's the same thing as the square root of 4. Likewise, this is the square root of 9. So then I've got square root 36 equals, the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 9 is 3. So magically, since I picked such easy numbers, they worked out just like that. Square root of 36 is 6, and 2 times 3 is 6. So I gave an example where that's a true statement. If you have any questions, feel free to show up in my office hours and we can work it out as well. Or if you're getting stuck, send me a picture of your work on email and I can work it out that way with you as well. And if you didn't pick your numbers so nicely and you end up with something like, I don't know, the cubed root of 10 or something like that, just when you get to this bottom part and it's not a whole number, just put a decimal approximation of whatever that is, and then you can show it that way. All right, let me know if you have any questions and feel free to reach out. Have a great day.